Hey guys, I'm really super excited to make this video because a very special trailer for a very special movie came out today, and I'm screaming on the inside because everyone that I love is in that movie. So I'm just going to reveal it to you while my document's trying to open. So today, the Avengers Infinity War trailer dropped. And so far I've watched it, I want to say 3 times, so it's probably going to go on a 4th. Just because I want to see all my favorite characters and all the crap that they're going to go through because of stupid Thanos. But I'll get into this in a second. So, Infinity War, if you don't know, and if you live under a rock, is the 4th Avengers movie, and it's going to be this huge get-together between a lot of the Marvel characters. So, we have the original Avengers, we've got Captain America, we've got Natasha, or Black Widow, we've got Iron Man, we've got Hulk, we've got, I think Hawkeye is going to be in the movie. I think I saw him in the trailer, I just have to look at it again. We got Thor. And then we've got some other characters. So we've got the whole Guardians of the Galaxy team. We've got Loki, my son, my boy, the love of my life. We've got Bucky, my son, my boy, the other love of my life. And then we've got Black Panther, or T'Challa, and his whole team, and I think a lot of his army too. Then we've got Vision, we've got Wanda, we've got a lot of like the newer, a lot of the casts in there. So this is this big war, I think, happening against this huge alien guy named Thanos who wants the Infinity Gauntlet, and he wants all the Infinity Stones, which we know that some of the groups in the characters, we know they have some of them. So I'll get into that in a bit. But this is my trailer reaction, or like initial reaction and questions and theories video that I decided to put together for you guys because I am trash for Marvel. Like, look at me. I've got not 1, but 2 Loki Funkos. I just want to let you know, there's going to be some spoilers from movies, so just be aware and cautious and understand that this is a thing that Olivia's doing so she can fully explain herself. Okay, so the first one that I'm going to go into is Loki and the Tesseract. We know from the first Avengers movie that Loki had the Tesseract that he stole from Asgard, or he stole it from Earth because they were working on the Tesseract in a shield base. And so then that went to Asgard because, you know, Loki ended up trying to take up the world. He tried to take over the world and it failed. So that's one thing. And so we see in the trailer that he has the Tesseract and he's holding it, and it looks like he's going to give it out to somebody. Presumably, I'm presuming it's Thanos, and I have been reading some things because, you know, I'm trash for Marvel, as I said. So I was looking at GIFs, and I was looking at people's theories, and one of the theories somebody said was that they saw on a Loki fan page on Instagram that this person on that fan page went to San Diego Comic-Con and saw that the spoiler or whatever, I don't even know, that Loki was, I don't even know if this is real, but it's a plausible theory that Loki is giving the Tesseract in exchange for Thor's life, because Thanos might be trying to kill Thor, and Loki wants to save his brother, and so the only way he knows how is to give up the Tesseract and give it to Thanos so he could put it in the gauntlet and save his brother's life. Now, I'm not saying that's going to happen, it's just a theory that I've seen and I kind of agree with, because I don't think Loki's fully going to go evil from what we've seen in the clip from the trailer, but I just want to believe my son has redemption right now, okay? So one of the questions that I had is he giving it to Thanos? And from that theory, it looks like he is, but we're not really sure, so that question is still up in the air. So I've also noticed that whenever Loki is around Thanos, or when he's around the Tesseract, that he gets sick. He looks really sick. Now I'm going to show you a picture of Loki here, probably, of him in the Avengers movie and what he looks like. He looks sick, right? Now look at this. This is Loki from Thor Ragnarok. And he looks much happier. He looks, you know, healthy. He looks alive. Now, I think that the Tesseract, whoever holds it, it makes them sickly. It makes them look like they're basically dead. And I think that if you have the Tesseract for too long in your possession, that you could probably die. So, if it's a good thing that they're giving the Tesseract to Thanos, then he might die. But also at the same time, if Loki is handling the Tesseract, I wonder if he's getting sick and he's dying and he's getting those bad thoughts like he did in Avengers. So that's another theory that I have. Or another question that I ask is, will Loki die? I don't know if I want him to stay alive. I want him to redeem himself and be seen in the eyes of the Avengers as a ally, not an evil villain, because technically it wasn't him. Another question that I have is, so there's this whole team in Thor Ragnarok called Team Avengers, which comprises of Loki, Thor, Hulk, and Valkyrie. So what I want to know is if Valkyrie's going to come back and she's going to help fight in this war. I mean, I don't really know. I want her to just because I love her. She's badassery and I love her. I probably said that like twice already, but she's precious and I love her. Moving on to Captain America, my reaction to seeing Captain America was like, good shit right there. Because he has long hair and a beard, and I will show this picture here. He originally just was like this clean shaven man, and like now he's not even in his Captain America suit. Like I think that after Civil War he kind of saw himself as not Captain America anymore because of some stuff that went down. But he has like, he doesn't have his signature suit on anymore. And he doesn't have his shield. And at one point, T'Challa, he says, when Chris comes out of the shadows, he's like, someone get this man a shield. And when it pans to Chris Evans or Steve Rogers, you're just like, oh god, it's Captain America. But then you see in a different clip slash photo that he doesn't even have his shield. And we assume that this fight is, this section is more into the fight. So, where's his shield? Maybe he doesn't want a shield. Maybe he just wants to help. I don't know. But I'm just wondering where his shield is and why he doesn't want it anymore. Another question I have is he fully coming back to the Avengers? I know that him and Tony had like this huge issue over Bucky in Civil War, and I kind of want them to kiss and make up at this point. And I just want to know where he's been, because we know he has a beard and a mustache and long hair. Where have you been, bruh? The next person I'm going to go on to with my questions is Natasha. Natasha Romanoff. We see in this trailer that she has blonde hair, and we're just like, yo, where you been, girl? Why did you dye your hair? First of all, like, I loved your red hair. Your red hair was the bomb. And maybe she dyed her hair to be incognito somewhere. You never know, but like that's a theory that I have, is maybe she was incognito and she needed to dye her hair platinum blonde and cut it and all this stuff, and I don't know. The next one I have is with Vision. Vision is what was the product of the Mind Stone and giving life to it and giving it a body from Age of Ultron. And so, I have questions about him. In the trailer, we see a few things. One, it seems like the Mind Stone is getting taken out of his head by Thanos, or by somebody, and my question is, does that come out of his head, and what happens to him? Does he die? Does he become human? Like, what happens? Because at another point in the trailer, we see that there is a human Vision with a hole in his forehead where the Mind Stone would have been. And I'm just like, are you human? Or what's going on? And then another question I have regarding that scene is, are him and Wanda together? Or dating? Or whatever you want to call it. Because they look like they're together. They look like really close and intimately close. And I just want to know, is that ship sailing at this point? And if he becomes human, like, is it a thing for them to be together? Like, I don't really know. And if he's going to be, if he becomes human, will he live? That's the question. The next one involves my other precious son, and that's Bucky Barnes. And so we see that at the end of Captain America Civil War that he's put into the ice chamber where they can put him under and no time will pass for him. Well, a lot of time will pass for him, but he'll still stay the same. And so we see that they put him under because he still has some Hydra technology still messing with his mind. So they're like, okay, we're going to put you under until we get that out of you. And yeah, so my main question is, if he's out of the ice, did they end up getting all of the Hydra shit out of him? And they replace it with a new arm because there is a new arm for him? I don't know, but I just want my boy to be okay. I want both of my sons to live in this movie, so I just want P to live. And then the next person is Tony, because we see a lot of Tony in this trailer. And we see him at one point get smacked down by Thanos, and I just want him to be okay too. I just want them all to be okay. But my main question is, after Infinity War, will he leave the Avengers? Because he might feel as if his time is done with the Avengers after this huge fight. Because he puts the arc reactor back into his chest, and he becomes Iron Man again. But what if after this whole fight he decides to give it up because of how he feels about making life with Pepper? Because we see at the end of Spider-Man, they get engaged / yeah. He proposes. The other question I have is, will him and Cap ever make up? Will they ever be friends again, or will they ever be teammates again? And at this point, I don't know, but maybe they might be, because if they're going to be in the same movie together, they've got to learn not to fight each other, and just fight the common enemy. So the next group is the Guardians of the Galaxy. So we see at the end of this trailer, the very end of this trailer, that the Guardians meet Thor, and Thor's like, who the hell are you guys? And then they just give him this face, and that's when the trailer ends. And so my question is, what part are they playing besides having the other stone? They have the purple stone, I forget what it's called. I will probably put it somewhere. Will they tell everybody, like, hey, we had this stone, but we put it somewhere else for safekeeping? And will they go and get that stone? From the looks of it, I think they might, because there are evidence to suggest that from the trailer and from the past movie. The next person that I want to talk about is Bruce Banner / the Hulk. And my question about that is, will the Hulk ever come back from Asgard, or from where he was from Ragnarok, to come fight in the war? The trailer suggests yes, because Bruce Banner is in the trailer, and he seems to be on Wakanda with the Hulk Iron Bot thing, and so it's assumed that he comes back. We just don't know when he comes back or where he comes back from, because Asgard's gone, as we know from Ragnarok. So we see in the trailer as well that Banner, Tony, and Doctor Strange are all in one, like, clip together. And what I was thinking about is does he ever Hulk out again? Like, I know we see at one point he does, or like he is in the Hulk form, but I wonder if he will ever recover from being in the Hulk from Thor Ragnarok. So that's my question. Last person, and then I have general questions. So the last person is Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange, I love him so much. So there's actually this thing on Tumblr that people want to happen, where they want Tony to be in a room, Doctor Strange to be in a room, and Martin Freeman to be in a room, and those are all like the Sherlocks basically, and they want all of them to be in one room, and someone says something obvious, and then they all say, no shit, Sherlock, and that will just make my life, it'll make everything be okay, and that's the thing. But getting on to my questions about Doctor Strange, I'm asking, how is he going to help the Avengers? I know he might have an Infinity Stone, but I don't know if he's going to use it, if he's going to even, like, reveal that he has it, so I don't know what's going on. And then my second question with him is, will he join the Avengers? Will he join the Avengers after the war and help New York and all the other places that they need to help? So those are all of my theories, suspicions, and questions for my theories, questions, and responses to the trailer for Avengers Infinity War. But now I have one general question, and I don't know the answer to it, but I'll eventually know it when the movie comes out. I want to know who lives and who dies and what happens to all of my favorite characters, because They're all precious, and I love them, and I need them to be okay. I have problems, my friends. But anyway, that was my reaction / initial thoughts from the Avengers Infinity War trailer. So, my name's Olivia, you're on Bookish Perkins channel, and I hope to see you soon with another video.